compression testing. I'm going to show you how to do it. We have a 2008 Jaguar S-Type, the 3-liter V6, and it's a little bit taken apart right now, but I'm going to show you how to do compression testing. So as far as tools go, you'll need a compression tester gauge. This is a kit that comes with a gauge made by OEM. You could typically rent this one like from your local auto parts store. It comes with the threaded part that goes into the spark plug hole, and then the part that the gauge threads into, just like that. When testing compression, you don't want any fuel coming to the fuel rail being sprayed to the injectors. So what you would typically want to do is pull the fuse for the fuel pump. Now in this car, it's in the trunk. And not only is it in the trunk, it's under the trunk, under the floor in the very back. And I have quite a bit of stuff in the way. I kind of shortcutted it. On the driver's side footwell over here, there's an inertia switch for the fuel pump. Disconnected the inertia switch and that breaks the circuit for the fuel pump. So now there's no fuel spraying. So now we can hook up the testing kit. This testing kit comes with the adapter, the hose, and the hose has a quick disconnect on the end of it, so you can take the gauge off. Makes it a little bit easier to thread in. Thread it in like you would thread in a spark plug. Alright, after it's threaded in, use a quick disconnect and connect the gauge. Clear it by pushing the button so there's no pressure, and then crank the engine over. A little more. Okay. So that was cylinder 3 on the firing order, so I'm going to actually write corresponding to there. But we have 180 pounds per square inch of pressure on the first. Now 5 more to go. So results, we have 180 psi, 180 psi, 181 psi, 182 psi, 180, and 180. Very consistent, very, very good. So I went ahead and replaced all the plugs with Bosch Platinum plugs, and we can reconnect the fuel cutoff and start putting things back together. Now, if you had bad compression, which I thought maybe I might have an issue with the head gasket or something because these plugs were a little bit rusty and corroded, but I'm not sure if that's water getting in from the intake manifold or bad gas, and I actually think that is a suspect for some other reasons. But we have good compression, and I guess that concludes this video about how to test compression. If you had bad compression, you might have to, on this motor, you have dual overhead cams. You have to pull the cams and everything out, pull the head out, and inspect your head gasket to see if you're leaking at all. But it's not, and I've checked the oil, there's no contaminants in the oil, so time for reassembly.